our 11th version of Techtown, and I'm Mr. Ellsberg, and usually I'm here with Professor Bauman, but today he is gone. He is out of the Virgin Islands, which is in the Caribbean, and I have my pirate hat on, showing you our solidarity with Mr. Bauman. He's out there enjoying the beautiful sand beaches of St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands. So we're going to be here in the cold, and we're going to have some fun, though. Today we're going to talk about calendars, okay? We tried to do one a little bit earlier, but I'm still having some technical difficulties. I don't have the genius Mr. Bauman here, but I think we're going to do an all right job the second time around. All right, so let's jump right into it. Today we're going to talk about calendars and what they can do for you. You already actually have access to a calendar, and everybody here who has a Google account, which is all of the students here, can go and look at your calendar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go to screen share here, and let's share my desktop. Okay. And we're going to go right to all right, we're going to go right into our calendar. All right, so this is the calendar that we have. This right here is what your calendar looks like. And if you want to get to this, what you want to do is you can go to your email, okay? And then you can go right over here. You're going to have one of these buttons, and then you're going to click on calendar. You're going to have something that pops up and looks a little bit like this, okay? You might have some stuff on it already, but this is basically where we're going to start off at. You've got your month over here on the left. You have your week right in front of you. And if you look at it, it will even show you some of the dates. Okay, so like right now, this little line here indicates where we are at in the day, in the week. Okay, so once this has gone past the previous events, like this right here would be an old time slot. So this would be something that you've already done. On the other hand, if you put something right here, this is a new time slot. And the cool thing is you can put down what. Let's go ahead and say meeting with Mr. Ellsberg. Okay, so we could create this event, and then we can go to edit. All right, so here's my meeting. So you can change all this stuff from right here. You can make it different colors. We can add an attachment if you want to put in a Google Doc or something like that. You can add that. And then you want to show yourself as busy because you're going to be doing stuff at the time. Another cool thing that you can do is you can add friends to it. So this is something that's really fun. So if like you want to have a group meeting, or if you want to have friends over, what you can do is you can add their email addresses right here. So I can go ahead and add myself to an email, my email address right here. I can add that, and now I'm going to be notified when this event is created. Okay, it's going to send me an email, and so you can do that. And what we'll do is, cool. So it says that we've done that. All right. Rock on. So these are some of the cool things that you can do. Another thing, let's go ahead and jump over here into settings. It gets better. We're in the settings mode, and some of the things you can do is you can change the default meeting time. I have my week starting on Monday instead of Sunday because that's when my work week starts, and this is my work email and calendar. I go down here and I have the weather. I can show the weather if I want it to be in Fahrenheit, which is nice. Another nice thing that you can do is when we scroll up to the top here, we can click on calendars right next to general. So let's click on calendars. Okay, we'll save this. And we'll go back up here. We'll go to settings again. We'll go to calendars. All right, so here's where I've got different calendars that I subscribe to in a list. And the way I got these, there's a few different ways, but one way is when I went down here to browse interesting calendars. I'm going to unsubscribe from these guys so I can subscribe from them again. So let's go down here to browse our interesting calendars. So I can go down here and I can add my US holidays. I'll go ahead and subscribe to that one. I can go over here to sports if I want to, and I follow the Portland Trail Blazers. So I go over here to the NBA, and it has the Blazers stuff right here. I can subscribe to this. Another thing that you can do, and this is really cool for you guys, is we can go right over here. So this is an example of our your home page right here. So when you're in your classes, you're going to see something like this. And what you can do is you can go right over here to calendar. You can click on that. Calendar. And then we've got a list of all the stuff that we have. But it's here, and this isn't as dynamic as we want it to be. We want it to be for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right over here to where it says have another calendar. We can click on this. And it's going to give us this URL right here. And what we can do with this URL is we can copy it, and then we can put it right here. Whoops, we can put it right here by adding a URL. We can add it here, or I'm going to go back here and then add it right over here on the other calendars. So we'll go add a URL. And we can paste it right there. Add calendar. All right, cool. And then when we get that calendar, it's going to pop up like this. And you can see it's got all of the assignments right there. Okay? And it puts them right up here, and you can click on them. And if you want to, you can delete them as you go through them. But another cool thing that you can do is you can add these reminders. And so that requires us to go back to where we have our settings, and then our calendars. And then we've got these things that say reminders and notifications. So we've got our Brain Honey right here, and I've got my Pluto dog account. Reminders and notifications. So when we click on reminders and notifications, we can send ourselves a daily agenda right here. So we can go ahead and click on this email, and now every time, every day, you can get an email that says what is going on in this calendar. So you can see exactly what it is that you have today, and it sends it right to your email, which is kind of nice. So you can send this to your email, but maybe if you don't want to have your assignment sent every day, you can have your regular calendar sent to you every day. But there's different things that you can do. Another thing that you can do, let's go ahead and go. Let's go ahead and go back here. Is when you're in this this mode right here, you can press the button Q. It's a shortcut, and we can quickly add something. So let's say we want to have meeting with Mr. Ellsberg, 7 p.m. Thursday. We can add that. All right, and it should pop right up. All right, here we got it. Oh, it looks like it's right before the Blazer game. All right, so if we want to click on this, we can actually even go to the edit event, and if you wanted to meet, let's say, every week, or if it's something that you do every week, let's say it's a club like Techtown, you can add this and have it repeat weekly, every week on, so if it was Techtown, I'm going to go ahead and go to Tuesday. Go done. You can make it a fancy color, and then let's go ahead and say Techtown with Mr. Ellsberg. So it's going to start and boom. So it's starting today, and it's moving on. All right, and we'll go ahead and save that, and now it's going to pop up every day. It's pretty cool. So here we go. It's popping up next week and the week after. Okay, so that's another cool thing that you can do. And the last thing that I want to show you in this guy is that you can go right up here and add an extension. Now we've done this before, but I want to just go ahead and remind you guys how to do this. We go right over here to our apps, and then we go to our, oops, I'm sorry, here's our apps. It looks the same, doesn't it? All right, we're going to go over here to the left on our apps, and then we're going to go over to the store. Okay, and then we're going to go to calendar. All right, calendar. When we go to calendar, it's gonna. There's the apps. We don't want the apps. We want the extension. So we're gonna go ahead and add this. And after you add this guy, it's gonna pop up right up here, and it's gonna look just like this. And what this does is it lets you look at a quick view of your calendar, and if you want to add, you can add something by just clicking that. And it's the same thing as when we just added Techtown with that Q button. But another thing that you can do is, let's say you're on the dynamic page. Like here, I got an example for you. All right. So if we're right here, this is Eventbrite, and Eventbrite is an event site in which has a lot of concert events and stuff. This is the one that I use from time to time. So one of the cool things is it's dynamic, and you see this little button that popped up right over here. So when I click on this button, it asks me whether or not I want to add the thing that's going on. There we go. I can add it to my Google Calendar. Boom. So I can add that event that's on this page. It's really nice. Not too bad, huh? All right, cool. So that's basically what we have for our calendar. And the best part of, I think, is that you can go right over here in your, go home, and then go to your calendar, and then you can go to have another calendar, click on this, copy your link right here, and then you can paste this right into the URL. I think that's probably the best thing that you can do right now, but it's got all sorts of different things that you can play around with. And I definitely advise you to get in there and goof off with it. So that's what we're going to talk about with calendars today. We're going to move right along to our music minute. Okay, so we're going to stop sharing this for a second. All right, so today we're going to talk a little bit about music. And we're going to go right back to our screen share in just a moment. I just want to open this guy up. All right. All right, so today we're going to talk a little bit about a music site that I've found that I think you're going to like. And so the thing about this one is it will show you what's going on and what other people are liking at the time, okay? So what you can do is you can search for music right up here, but what we want to do is we want to look at what's trending. Okay, so these are what's going on right now, and these are what's hot, okay? So you can go in and click on any one of these guys, and then another thing that it does is it has these guys right below, and these are people that are posting about this song. So right now it's saying Miley Cyrus is twerking. This guy is saying it. You can follow if you want this person, if you like their music, okay, or anybody else. And and so it really like brings together the social networking part, and then you can play everything from right here. And if you like one thing, you might like something else that person is playing, okay. But yeah, it's a pretty cool site, and this is called XFM, okay, and you can just go XFM, x.fm if you want to go and check it out. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It uses a lot of the same stuff that we talked about before with SoundCloud, which I think that you might find interesting. All right, so that's what's up for music, and we're going to go right into Mr. Ellsberg's website of the week. Okay, so let's go. Our website of the week is kind of a cool one. It's no cat bounce, but I think you're going to like it. All right.